One of the things I didn't even say about psychopathy.
Okay.
And she's like, it's on the spectrum. And I think you'll find in jail that, like, obviously a lot of those people suffer from psychopathy because they don't have empathy.
Yeah.
Which is what's enabling them maybe to commit these crimes more than other people. But they're like, but it's a spectrum. And there's also a lot of doctors, attorneys, and CEOs that have these things and traits. And I was like,
you're like, Elon Musk.
Yeah. That's actually the first thing I thought. I was like, yeah, Elon Musk, 100%.
You're like, that tracks presidents.
I'm like running around with a giant chainsaw. We're going to hack these jobs. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah.
This is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is Two Girls, One Haircut.
Behind the Pod.
Where we talk about the shit we just talked about.
Because
special music. Because, we still have a lot to
my God.
get into. Gosh. Let's also talk about the name Clancy Gaile. That's what they were going to name their daughter. Clancy Gaile.
I love how the mom of Wade was like, I mean, if that's your vibe.
I thought it was funny though, the way it's like, I've had that name picked out forever. Like,
but I'm not excited that
I'm not excited that we're having a baby.
I mean, small town. They're like, she's like, I had my first baby at 17, and I'm like, oh my God, y'all.
I know, but I'm like, if you're in the South, you know. If you know, you know. You're
that's
like,
not the South, it's Texas. But yeah.
No, but I mean, people around here have. I call it babies having babies.
Yeah, it is. It's no judgment, but I'm judging you. You're like 16.
No judgment, but if you're not from the South, it can be really weird.
It is weird.
I know.
I don't like it.
I know. But when they're like, we had the baby name picked out. What happens if the baby pops out and it doesn't look like a Clancy Gaile? Like, what if the baby, like you named
how would it look like a Clancy Gaile?
I don't know. I'm just like, a lot of people, this is very common, right? Name the baby before it's born. Mm-hmm. But what if when it comes out, it doesn't look like the name you were going to give it?
All babies look alike. Like, babies are babies. You go to those things where they're all in their... they're all in those incubators, and they're like, which one's yours? It's like, I don't know. It's like
look at the tag.
Very rarely are people like, oh yeah, this baby looks more like a John than a whatever. I'm like, no, babies are babies.
Like a wrinkled prune.
Really, they shouldn't name babies until they're like 3 or 4. They should just be like...
You're like, this little asshole.
They just be like, girl, boy, you there. And then they're like, oh, you're officially getting your name day at 8 years old.
Actually, I think there's some like, isn't it Jewish culture where
it's
like
8 days?
Okay.
Not 8 years. If you're thinking it's a brisk for a boy, but for girls, you also get your name, but they do a naming for a girl. But
is it your Hebrew name? Is that what it is?
Yeah, but they also will say like your regular name, like, oh, we're officially naming the baby.
Okay,
yeah.
I was gonna say because I do know there's
I knew
cultures
you were gonna be like,
they're
wait,
like,
it's not 8 years, it's 8 days. It has to happen within a certain amount of time. It's like you just had a baby and you're really tired, but you need to have a party, have everybody over, have a good spread.
Also, while watching the documentary, I was kind of amazed at all the fake things that exist out there. Like you can fake a sonogram.
I'm like, why are there so many places you can do that? Like, why do so many people need it?
Like, why does this exist? Like, let's just help people lie.
I mean,
and
so
be
many people
manipulative.
post stuff online anyways that you could. I'm like, I'm a wizard of Photoshop, so I could easily like check my Instagram while I'm having a baby. It's a podcast. Little microphone. God. I was shocked.
Saying, what are you going to name it?
Clancy. I just think of Clancy as like that author, right?
Yeah, Tom Clancy.
Oh, Tom Clancy. Yeah, that's all I think. I'm like, why are you naming your baby Clancy?
Doesn't he write like murders and stuff like that? Like suspenseful.
Yeah, well, he's like, oh, I can't even come up with this kind of a story. It's so crazy.
You can't make this shit up.
No, like we were even talking about the Lucy Letby story.
Oh yes,
but I was like, I don't even think we'll have time, and I was right because
you were right. I wanted to talk about both of them. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, I do. So this is another Netflix documentary.
Netflix and chill. Oh God.
Now when I'm like, hey babe, do you want to Netflix and chill? He's going to be like, fuck yeah.
So
I'm like,
excited.
exactly. See? So the documentary on Netflix, The Investigation of Lucy Letby, talks about how this British neonatal nurse was convicted of murdering 7 babies and attempting to murder 7 more while working in a neonatal unit.
That was hard.
For the NHS. They talk kind of like about like how they determined it was her. I say air quotes determined.
It's one of those documentaries where they like different from the one we just talked about. That like half of it is like, we think she did this. This is why we think she did this. We're going to convict her. And then the second half is like,
maybe she didn't do it.
This lawyer that's like, this seems really sus that y'all are saying that this could be held up in a court of law because none of this seems like actual evidence.
Like correlation is not causation.
Yes. And they're like, just because she's a neonatal nurse doesn't mean she killed babies. Like, it's not like, what?
And I think
and then the
that's
second half is like, why they think she didn't do it.
Yeah.
Now, do you think she did it or not?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't. Here's why. I don't think, people who have no, like, all right, look at Taylor, the difference between Taylor and Lucy, right? Taylor has this history of with multiple people and multiple times where she has lied, manipulated, done all these things. Nobody woke up and she just murdered Reagan and cut a baby out, right? Like that's not what happened. But Lucy has no history.
Oh, no.
Nobody can speak to anything that she's done.
No one saw her do anything.
Nobody saw anything. There's no everything
literal
is
proof.
just like circumstantial evidence.
I can't even believe what could go to trial with that.
But even her best friend still stands beside her and is like, she did not do this. And that kind of like, I just have this feeling that I'm like, you don't just wake up one day and kill or try to kill 7 babies and try to kill 7 more. It doesn't fucking happen.
Did you
like,
think
unless something really snaps within you, which I think everybody would be like, bitch snapped.
Basically, their main source of evidence is that they're like, she was on shift.
Yeah, that's it. She was on shift for when all these things happened.
And then they're like, oh, we found these little writings and it's her saying, I'm a murderer, I did it. But then you find out that it was actually
part of a therapy
from the hospital for her, telling her to write these things out.
After she had already been, air quotes, like
fired or held accountable.
Exactly. And they were like, well, think through what this could look like and how it would feel for you. And like,
and then you're like, when you look at it through
that lens,
you're like,
that's not,
she's not guilty.
I was just like, I really have a problem with it. Because I think it kind of goes back to like even what we've talked about with the Murdoch documentary and stuff like that. Do I think he probably had some hand in it? Yes. Do I think they had enough to actually convict him? No.
Now with her, I don't think she did it.
I don't think she did it.
And I can't even believe she got convicted.
Yeah.
But like, do you not think it was weird that in the documentary they used the AI for anonymity?
Oh my gosh.
It's so weird.
Do you know I had never seen anything like that before? I had to like actually Google it because I was like,
it's an AI avatar.
Yeah. I don't understand why they felt the need to use it so much, I guess.
Well, I think those 2 people didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah, but there wasn't like something else you could like...
Yeah, well, you can always like put them with like a light behind them and dark light, like backlit, so they have a dark face and stuff. But they use like AI to make these like avatars, and they also both look kind of alike.
Yeah,
because it's AI.
And don't you think like at first you're like, oh, I can't tell, but then like once you kind of get into the documentary,
no, I could tell. I thought it was weird.
Obvious.
I thought it was uncanny.
It's
weird. They got the uncanny thing going. I don't like it.
It was weird. But it's like the talking doesn't match up exactly.
No. Well, their facial movements are a little more subtle. They're not as like animated as a person. Yeah, it's very weird.
It's very weird. I've never seen anything like that.
And also, don't you kind of feel like the attorney that's like appointed to help Lucy, like, her like court appointed attorney or barrister or whatever, don't you always kind of feel like they're playing both sides? Because like in the interviews, he doesn't do shit. He doesn't call any witnesses.
Yeah, what the fuck is that? Even character witnesses.
He doesn't do anything, and it makes you feel like how, like in gambling, the house always wins.
Yeah,
like that's what it makes me think of. Because the only reason they show you the other side is because this barrister who has nothing to do with this case is watching it play out on TV, and he's like, this is shady. How are they convicting her? How are they even having a trial on this?
Yeah, how do they
this
have
makes
enough
no
to even
sense?
like...
And then they have this guy who like does what do you call it? He's like a consultant, Dr. Evans. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh, I looked at this, I saw this case, and I was like, this would be a great case for me to consult on, because apparently that's what he does.
Yeah. And wasn't that weird?
And he cites an article from 1989 to say they have air embolisms. Like, she's putting air into the tubes.
Mm-hmm. And there's a
it causes
rash.
this rash, right? And no one thinks, should we, like, I'm like, first of all, why are you using something from 1989?
Two, why are you not consulting with the person who actually wrote the freaking article?
Like, isn't it like protocol to reach out to the person who wrote the article and be like, could you please look at this for me?
And then when the expert actually finds out that they used,
because the lawyer who thinks this is sus, he's like, the family's like, will you help us? And he's like, yes, I will help you, because this is unfair and unjust.
He's like, you're using my words in a way that wasn't like intended.
He like sends that guy a message, and that guy creates a panel of independent
experts from around the
world, and they're all like, this is not what that is.
And they're like, and basically come to the conclusion that none of all of this could be attributed to a multiple of millions of other things.
To the fact that they were like, oh, she was on duty. They're like, well, she was on duty because she was one of the most qualified nurses. Mm-hmm. She had all the extra training. She had all the extra stuff. The reason that this was happening is because the hospital was understaffed. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And they were talking about how, like, when they were there as students, they would leave them alone with these, like, really sick babies. And they're like, we're never supposed to be left alone. Yeah. And they left them alone. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, but when she stopped working there, it dropped off. And they're like, no, the deaths dropped off because they were reclassified. Mm. The hospital was reclassified, and they don't take as severe cases. Yeah. So they're like, the statistic possibility of the death lowers. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
They're like,
and
there's all these. He debunked all
everything.
The stuff so well. Not just kind of. He was like, no, hold my beer.
I know. It really like frustrated me that like she's even in jail right now, because I just don't
and
even
they're like, oh,
understand.
She searched this family on Facebook after their baby died. And I'm like, yeah, because she was like, this was traumatic, and I was wondering how they're doing, probably. Yeah. Like, that's not evidence.
I know.
Like, it was so much circumstantial.
So,
yes, saying it couldn't have been anybody else is not a reason to think it's her. Because they're all like, well, who else? What else could it have been? And it's like,
and I'm like,
I don't know.
You realize that it didn't necessarily have to be one person intentionally killing these babies, that it could have been a series of fuck-ups on lots of different levels that led to all these babies dying.
Well, that one doctor didn't like it because they were like, you're liable because you're the doctor in charge of everybody, and you're not doing your job. And he's like, well, I mean, no. Yeah.
I think it's easier to say, oh, let's make it one person's fault, than it is to say the system has failed. And that
the best part is the Dr. Evans, that they have him on record saying that he'll sway his opinion for whoever hires him.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Did you have, like, in watching both these documentaries, like kind of back to back, did you have one that shocked you more?
I mean, probably the maternal, just because it's such a violent, insane. Yeah. I also just don't understand people who are so fucking gullible. Maybe because I question everything, but I don't get it. I'm like, what?
It's the Jew in you.
I know.
You question everything.
It is. They're like, question everything. We're like, okay, yeah, got it.
They're like, on it.
On it. Done. Or I'm questioning you telling me to question things, sir. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand that. I'm like, it's just so crazy to me. I do think it was crazy, though. I think the most shocking thing about the Lucy Letby is that she got convicted.
Yeah, I would say, like, the one that shocked me the most was the one with Taylor, like, cutting out the baby. But the one that left me with the most unanswered questions was the Lucy Letby, because I really just don't even understand how she was convicted, and how there's so much circumstantial evidence, and that, like, nothing. There's not one person saying that they saw her do anything to a baby, that they saw her mistreat a baby, that they saw her do anything acting on that baby. Like, there's nothing. I mean, they don't even have chain of custody like records for like the insulin. You know, they're saying that like some of the kids were dosed were insulin. Like they don't even have like chain of custody showing that like she even gave the baby the insulin and stuff. I mean, so is there one that's like kind of stuck with you like since you watched it, like between the two, like that like you just can't like get it out of your head?
The Taylor one.
Is it because of like how gruesome it is?
Yeah. I think it's gruesome. There's no question about it. I'm shocked at how affected I am by it.
Why? Like in what way?
Like I'm surprised that I'm like, I watch documentaries all the time with people being killed. Unfortunately, kids being like taken and killed and all these terrible things. And like, I did think it was interesting because the psychologist, or I know I keep saying like psychologist, psychotherapist, like whatever she was, she does say like, we find this interesting because for us it's a way of saying like, what would I do, how would I like, you're learning from it, right? Like if this is to happen to me, this is how I would. It's like why you like watching scary movies when people get attacked and you're like, don't run up the stairs.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so
you're trying to solve it in your
in your brain. You're like, I'm learning from this, so I will be safer in the future.
Okay.
Which I do always kind of feel like that. So I'm surprised that whole scenario just like threw me. And it's like, I've never had a kid. Like, I feel like someone who's had a kid and stuff, it would even hit you more.
Yeah.
Like in
a different way.
In a different way. And I have not experienced that. So I'm like, why am I so... I guess it's just like also the impulsivity. Because I think it was impulsive. Up until like, it was semi-premeditated. But it's not like the whole time she was like, I'm going to take this girl's baby.
No, I think at the end it was more, here's a potential solution to my problem. I think that obviously there's some level of delusion thinking like, I'm going to cut this baby
and
out
no
of the
one's
mom.
going to notice that this person had a baby cut out of them. That girl's dumb.
I was reading online about some of it. There was this huge debate about the charges because of, in the state of Texas, even if the baby hasn't been born, it's still considered a person.
Yeah, so it should have been charged for like 2 deaths.
Yeah, and like,
was it?
That it can be considered kidnapping, right?
Oh, it should be.
But then other people were saying no, because it never breathed. It was never a person, so you couldn't be charged with kidnapping. Like there's all this like legal debate about like what actual charges could be filed,
the legalese of it,
based off of did the baby, air quote, take a breath or not.
Well, how would they know?
I don't know.
I don't know if they would know that. Like if the lungs ever inflated.
Yeah.
I mean, either way, it's like...
Can you imagine, though, like, that's what you're debating? Like,
no,
can we charge you with kidnapping or not because it's a human or not? Ugh. Stuff you don't think about, but,
it's a legal process. It's so
fucked up.
It's
so fucked up. Oh, my gosh. Well, so, like, I guess you look at it differently because you went into the Taylor documentary knowing, like, what the end was. But, like, Binky and I both, like... did not see. I don't know why, but like,
they don't advertise it as a
they don't
death, a murder thing.
And I didn't see it coming and it's like not till the last 20 minutes that they like kind of even introduced this.
Hey,
Reagan was pregnant, and then you're like, oh shit, you know. And so when you first start watching it, you're just like, what is wrong with these people? And then you're kind of like, well, where did the baby come from? But I still didn't put it together. Like she murdered someone and took the baby.
I didn't either.
Like it's just,
even though Gare had said that to me, like I was like,
guess because
he doesn't even know the story, so
normal.
I was like, I don't know what he's talking about. Like she killed a woman or whatever because she was jealous.
Why would you go
but, like,
there?
I didn't even think like that was what would happen. Yeah. No, I did not. I didn't. No.
I feel like the Taylor one, this is not the last we've heard of it. Like I see a movie in the future or something like that.
Or more documentaries.
Yes.
You know, it's so funny how a documentary can like skew one way or the other. Because did you ever watch The Crash?
No.
Okay, so I watched The Crash, and it was about, basically they say that this high schooler, and she had graduated, and she was in this relationship with her boyfriend for a long time, and then it was toxic, blah, blah, blah.
Maybe I did, yeah.
And she...
They were saying like
intentionally crashed the car.
Yeah.
And she survived and they died.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's in jail.
Yeah.
I mean, you know all this at the beginning. I'm not really spoiling anything.
Yeah.
It is fascinating, but I heard that there's 3 documentaries on it, and one is very unbiased, one is very anti-her, and one is very defending her. So it's always like how
they want to spin it, how they want to cut it.
They see it and how they feel like it should be. Like, I feel like Lucy Letby one was a really good both sides.
Yeah, agreed.
It was a really good, like, this is what the police were thinking, and we're like, this is why she's guilty, blah, blah, blah. But then, okay, here's the other side because this isn't cool and this is sus. And then they bring that in. But, like, so, like, you can't skew the Taylor documentary. I mean,
I guess
Return
you
because she's
could,
crazy.
in theory, make it more sympathetic to her and, like, maybe her upbringing or things that would have driven her.
I don't think there's enough you could say to ever make me feel sympathy. Because even on the Criminally Obsessed, they're like, yeah, we don't know what she experienced young. Clearly, she has something young in her life that has caused problems.
Happened when she was young, you mean?
Yeah. But they're like, but that's not an excuse.
No, and I mean, I agree. It's not an excuse, but you do feel like something probably had to happen in order to drive someone to.
So, like, if you could learn more about one of the documentary, like get like a deeper dive or watch more, like which one would you pick?
I think it depends on what it like. So I was like, oh, I have an answer. I don't have an answer. The Taylor one, I really want to like understand the psychology more behind like why someone could do this.
Yeah.
Or like
I clearly, because I like immediately, it's like one of the first searches. It's like, what's wrong with her?
Because I feel like I don't question whether Taylor did it. I know she did it.
Yeah, we know
like,
she did it.
We know she did it. Like, that's a done deal. I mean, she was literally holding the baby. Like, there's no. When they said when they went to court with her, it wasn't like proving her innocence. It was keeping her off of death row, which, spoiler alert, they failed because she's on death row.
It's also Texas. So.
You know, but with the Lucy one, I do think I would love to see another documentary that like looks at it more from like she's the not guilty and like kind of does a deep dive into the other failures at the hospital.
Yeah, because
they're
system, like they're currently doing a. What do you call it? Like an evaluation, and but we haven't like seen anything. From that.
No, but I think that's one that I would love to hear more about or see more about, just because I still have a lot of unanswered questions about that.
Yeah, I guess what really surprises me with the Lucy Letby, like I said, was like the circumstantial evidence that I felt like. In the UK, it was much more like you had to have a lot more physical evidence.
And do you think that's because of us watching that
the Scotland one?
Yeah, where they talk about
you have to double verify.
Yeah, what is the word that you said? I said wrong the whole time.
Corroborate. Oh my God! If you listen to the last episode, Jesse says corroborate twice. And it's corroborate. And I'm like telling her this. We're listening to the episode and I'm like, Jess, it's corroborate. And she goes, that's not right. And I'm like, it is right. She can't even say it.
Corroborate?
Corroborate.
That doesn't sound
right.
When
you say corroborate, it's like you're...
Corroborate.
No, that's wrong.
Corroborate doesn't sound right either. It sounds like I'm robbing somebody. Corroborate. That sounds stupid.
Honey.
Sounds fucking stupid.
No.
Shit.
Corroborate.
Between me saying that and Pinky not being able to say Chappaquiddick.
Oh my God, that whole episode. It's like chapa chaka kapa cha.
Why would you drag me down with it?
I love you, and that's what my training has taught me to do.
People are going to listen to that episode and they're like, oh, these people don't know what they're saying. They're saying like kawabawa.
They're like, I guess anybody can have a podcast.
Yeah, you can. It just costs a lot of money and time and effort.
I go back to Wicked Recklessness. We really shouldn't have named it that.
You barely just said that.
I know.
Like
I am very aware.
Oh my God.
Oh, well, on that note,
yeah, I think that's it.
I think it's time to tap out.
Okay.
This is Jessie.
This is Kiki.
And this is Two Girls, One Haircut.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, this is Jessie.
Hold on.
Oh.
I got to interrupt this.
Okay.
Because people are not doing what you're asking them to do.
I know. Every week I come on.
I got to come on and strong arm these people.
I know. What is going on? Because we see the numbers.
We know you're listening. You're listening right now. What, do you think we're dumb? We're not. We know what's going on.
We're stalkers.
We stalk you. We see the analytics. Now start stalking us, okay? Why haven't you liked? Why haven't you subscribed? Why have you not sent this to like 5 people in your phone? I know you at least have 5 numbers, even if it's your mom and your dad. You find them, you send it, okay?
And if not, I will give you my mom's number and you can send it to her so you did your homework.
Yeah, because you gotta do the homework. You gotta do show your work.
Show your work.
Because we're going to be checking. There will be a test. But please, like, subscribe, do all the things. We need it. We need the love. And only 5 stars, people.
Yes, because nobody needs that kind of negativity in their life.
Nobody. Bye.
Bye.